Howdy, howdy, y'all. It is another Maharaj chapter. Chapter 43. Ignorance can be recognized, not Gnana. Uh, so this one, it was very interesting because for it's another as just a little random like interesting little tidbits I've known about how these chapters generally work is that um, the title of the chapter will be something that normally like Maharaj himself will have said at some point during the conversation. Normally, I've noticed it's generally towards the end of the conversation or sometimes in the middle. But this one is interesting because this one actually is like at the beginning, towards like the very beginning of the conversation. Um, in fact, the whole point, that whole context of it is there are no distinctive marks of Ghana. Only ignorance can be recognized, not Nana. Nor does the Nani claim to be something special. All those who proclaim their own greatness and uniqueness are not Nanis. They are mistaking some unusual development for realization. The Nani shows no tendency to proclaim himself to be a Nani. He considers himself to be perfectly normal, true to his real nature. Proclaiming oneself to be omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent deity is a dear sign of ignorance. Yeah. See, I've always had that theory too, by the way. I've always kind of suspected that. That's why I've always been weary, especially, yeah, I've always been weary of like certain, like, especially like religious claims and stuff. Actually, I've been kind of gone back and forth between like religiosity and God and a lot of this stuff. Um, but yeah, it's this whole part is just, yeah. Well, and that's actually what's interesting about this conversation too, is that even in this, you can tell with the questioner, like he's like part of this questioner's deal is like he's like even kind of sick of like the religious aspect of it, and like that's the thing about Maharaj. He kind of transcends. He's not really about like religiosity in that strict sense. He's not like. I mean, he does come from like a school within that's gonna be categorized and all this stuff technically, but like that's not how he actually goes about his life and about his teachings. And so like for even for someone who's like I'm sick of this religion stuff, I'm sick of, I just want a straightforward thing. Actually Maharaj is very good for people like that because that is what he is doing throughout this entire conversation is he is kind of just showing this individual, this guy, like, hey, you don't, yeah, you don't need all this stuff. You just need to focus on the I am, to focus on the internal, and not let all this external and the labels and the this and the that get in the way. Um, and also just find a guru and trust in their word. Um, because the questioner even says, "Did you get your own realization through effort or by the grace of your guru?" And Maharaj says, his was the teaching and mine was the trust. My confidence in him made me accept his words as true. Go deep into them, live them, and that is how I came to realize what I am. The Guru's person and words made me trust him, and my trust made them fruitful. Um, and then they kind of go through, the questioners like, can a guru give realization without words, without trust, just like this, without any preparation? And of course, gurus and the Maharaj said, yes, one can, but where is the taker? Which is an interesting point, which is like, yeah, this, because you can slap someone with enlightenment, just slap them right in the face. Like, here's realization, here's enlightenment, bam. But, like, if they don't want it, they don't truly desire it, what's the point? So, that's really what makes enlightenment and self-realization and all these things such a rare thing is really it is just people just don't desire it. People don't want to because they can't be bothered. They have their own lives, and you know the surface level stuff they let them distract. Which I understand. It's very easy to do that. You have family, you have friends, you have attachments and connections. So I mean, even even Maharaj says earnestness, of course. One must be really anxious. After all, the realized man is the most earnest man. Whatever he does it completely without limitations and reservations. Integrity will take you to reality. Um, so, like I said, and another one that's interesting too, and even the questioner will ask, if a man engrossed in family life and in the affairs of the world does his sadhana strictly as prescribed by his scriptures, will he get results? This I found this the way Maharaj phrased this be very interesting. He says results he will get, but he will be wrapped up in them like a cocoon, saying like, I mean, you can do this sort of stuff, but what's going to result, yeah, that's going to be messy. And there's why, I guess that's why, like, you can argue, like, oh, these, the more, even more orthodox types have, like, we must do it this particular blah, 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 blah way. That's because these are tried, true method ways. Are they the only ways? I mean, it's hard to say, right? I mean, who knows? But, like, probably. I mean, who? It's one of those things. So it's like, why try when you already have this? Like, why fix something when it's not broke? Essentially, it's kind of that's that turn of phrase. That's kind of the idea here. In which, yeah, that's not a wrong way of thinking. It's not wrong. It's definitely not wrong. Um, I get more people like to be experimenty and try to find new ways and stuff, and I think that's valid too. To be honest, personally, I think they're all valid, but that's just me. Um, this one's really interesting. The questioner, why should seeking end before one can realize? Maharaj, the desire for truth is the highest of all desires. Yet, it is still a desire. All desires must be given up for the real to be. Remember that you are. This is your working capital. Rotate it, and there will be much profit. And then the question right afterwards, why should there be seeking at all? And this, I love this response. I love that. I love, love, love. This is one of my favorite ways he's responded to any question. Like, this is up there. Life is seeking. One cannot help seeking. When all search ceases, it is the supreme state. Like, that to me, yeah, exactly. Life is seeking. That's why we are here. That's why we exist in this plane. This is why we live these lives and do this reincarnation and blah, 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 blah. Because it's all seeking. We're all seeking. We're all parts of the Great One just seeking to remember, to, I don't know, perfect these forms the best we can. It's hard to say, right? It's deep. Um, but anyways, I think though on this note, I want to. Ooh, yeah, I want to end it on this note. So they kind of go through a little of what I like to call metaphor battle because like Maharaj loves his metaphors and this guy seems to as well. And so they kind of were going through a little bit of like a metaphor battle. It seems like they're going back and forth in metaphors. Um, and at this point, this at the towards the end here. This I really like this. I mean, so the questioner asks, can we say that while the sun is the cause of the shadow, one cannot see the sun in the shadow? One must turn around. One must turn around. Um, Maharaj, again, you have introduced the trinity of the sun, the body, and shadow. There is no such division in reality. What I am talking about has nothing to do with dualities and trinities. Don't mentalize and verbalize. Just see and be. Questioner. Must I see to be? Maharaj. See what you are. Don't ask others. Don't let others tell you about yourself. Look within and see. All the teacher can tell you is only this. There is no need for going from one to another. The same water is in all the wells. You just draw from the nearest. In my case, the water is within me, and I am the water. So, yeah, it's deep, right? Just good stuff. Like I said, it's hard sometimes for these ones because the conversations, I mean, go such deep levels and no, because and the thing is, I read through the chapter, and then I just bam do the video like right afterwards as soon as I can. I might give myself a little bit of time to let it sink in, but yeah, I don't know. Some of these I feel like these have been getting much deeper, although it's still the same themes, like the same themes and everything, the same ideas as all the previous chapters. But I feel like they're just definitely getting a bit more. I think there's more nuances going on, and there's a bit more richness in the conversations. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm kind of maybe getting used to them more. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. What do y'all think? Especially if you've read this book before, let me know. And but yeah, I think I'm going to end it on this note. Hope you all have a excellent good day, and peace be with you all. Peace.